Hello all, in this video we are going to continue our topic discussion, that is the age of Mahajanapadas based on the text of Upinder Singh, and this is part 4. And in this episode, as the chapter says, cities, kings and renunciants, North India between 600 and 300 BCE, we will be discussing our topic discussion, the Magadhan Empire. In the last episode, that is the part 3, we have covered about this Magadhan Empire based on the Haryanga dynasty. And in this lesson, we will be continuing about the Shishunagas and the Nanda dynasty. So let's get started. As we have already mentioned, the Magadha was one of the 16 Mahajanapadas, and the early dynasties of this Magadhan Empire were the Haryanga dynasty, Shishunagas and Nandas, and we have covered about this Haryanga dynasty in the last session. And today we will be discussing about this Shishunagas and his successors that continued till 364 BC, and finally about this Nandas, and they continued till 324 BC. Regarding this Shishunaga dynasty, it is believed that the Haryanga dynasty that came to an end by these Shishunagas, and the people of this Magadha, they might have elected a new king, that was Shishunaga. And before becoming the king, Shishunaga was an Amatya, Amatya meaning a high-ranking official of the time. And Shishunaga, he ruled with his second capital at Vaishali. So what we can see, initially the capital of this Magadhan Empire was Rajagriha. And during the time of Shishunagas, we can see he ruled with his second capital at Vaishali. And it is said that he succeeded in destroying the power of the Pradyodha dynasty of Avanti, meaning he took control over this region of Avanti. And it was by fighting against the Avanti Vardhana, and he finally annexed the kingdom of Avanti into his Magadhan Empire. Also we can see the kingdoms of Vatsa and Kosala. They were also annexed by the Shishunaga. And Shishunaga was followed by his son Kalashoga. Kalashoga is a very important person because of two reasons. One, he shifted the capital of this Magadhan Empire to Pataliputra. And also there happened second Buddhist council during the time of Kalashoga, and it was at Vaishali. That was also conducted by this person Kalashoga. These two are very important rulers of this Shishunaga dynasty, and later the Shishunaga dynasty that came to an end by bloody wars. The king and his sons were martyred, and finally there we can see the Nanda dynasty is going to establish. Regarding this Nanda dynasty, there are different opinions about the founder of this Nanda dynasty. According to Puranas, it is said that Mahapadmananda as the founder of this Nanda dynasty. At the same time, the Buddhist tradition claimed that it was not Mahapadmananda, another person named as Ugrasena as the founder of this Nanda dynasty. Even though there are different opinions regarding the founder of this Nanda dynasty, the Puranic, Buddhist and Jaina tradition agree that there were 9 Nanda kings in total. We will be discussing about them later. And according to Puranas, the king Mahapadmananda is referred as Egrath, Egrath meaning the sole sovereign in power, and as an uprooter of Kshatriyas, meaning there was one reference to Mahapadmananda as Sarva Kshatrandaka. It is said that the Nanda dynasty was the first non-Kshatriya dynasty. So the Nanda people were not Kshatriyas, and the king Mahapadmananda is said to have killed many Kshatriyas by the reference Sarva Kshatrandaka. And other descriptions also says as Mahapadmananda as second Parashurama or Bhargava and the sole sovereign Egrath. And it is also said that he defeated Ikshakus, Panchalas, Kasis, Kalingas, Asmakas, Kurus and Surasenas. So according to Puranas, there is many description about this first king Mahapadmananda. We have already mentioned that there were 9 Nanda kings, and according to Mahabodhivamsha, that gives the 9 names: Ugrasena as per Buddhism, Panduka, Bhutapala, Rashtrapala, Govishanga, Dashasiddhaga, Kaivarta and finally Dhanananda. And he was the ruler of Magadha at the time of Alexander's invasion. Alexander invaded India around 326 BC. During that period, what we can see, Dhanananda was the ruler of this Magadhan state. And according to Greek accounts, there are some important references regarding Dhanananda. And Greek accounts calls him as a powerful king, especially the writer Curtius. He states that Dhanananda had an army consisting of 20,000 cavalry, 2 lakh infantry, 2,000 chariots and 3,000 elephants. Even though these numbers are exaggerated, we believe that Dhana was one of the most important and famous ruler of this Nanda dynasty. And finally what we can see, this Dhanananda, he was overthrown by another important person, thus establishing this Mauryan Empire, and he was the Chandragupta Maurya. We'll be discussing about him in the later sessions. So that's all for this chapter. Hope the video was useful. You can join with us to our Telegram group. That's all for now. Thank you.